relationship where his woman runs the street.
Are they married or are they just together?
They're married.
They're married with children. Let's put that out there.
They've been married for 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They have 3 children.
Right.
Okay.
But who are we to say that it ain't working?
By the sounds of it, you heard her.
They seem happy as hell to me.
If you notice what I said, I didn't say it's not working, but I just want to emphasize this point. He is not in control. As he thinks he's in control.
Well, who are we to say that he's not in control?
He's not in control because he has children by a woman that gets in the bed leaking residue from ballers around the city.
Oh.
And if that's the problem, there's no way you can say you in control if your woman get in bed leaking. You're not in control. And that's not to diss them as a couple, but it is to let him know as a man, stop acting like you cool with this.
Once again,
if you could have it your way, you would run the streets and do what the fuck you want to do and have her sit at home waiting on you to get back.
But isn't that a double standard?
Yeah, yes, it is a double standard, but he is a man. He can do what the fuck he wants to do and defend himself.
Okay, let's remind everybody. Let's remind everybody the topic of the show, open relationships. Are they the same for men as they are for women?
That's right.
Well, the people were on my show Thursdays, Voice of Reason, and the dude said he entered, his name is Carl Stevens, his wife's name is Kenya Stevens. He said he introduced the open relationship, open marriage model to his wife. So if he's not in control, why would he introduce that to his wife, and why would his wife accept it and follow his lead?
Was that we need to ask them. Are they on the line yet?
They may be on the line, but when he said that to her, she was like, oh, shit, that's perfect. I ain't got to keep lying to this motherfucker now. Kenya is on the line. Kenya, what's up? Talk to us.
Kenya?
Kenya.
Yes, I'm here. What's going on out there?
What up, Kenya? How you doing?
How you doing? I'm fantabulous. I have Carl here, too.
What up, Carl? It's good to have you guys back on the Foxhole.
What's up, Carl? I've been praying for you, brother.
Hey. You know what?
And another thing, I want to say this in the beginning. I have nothing personal against this couple, but I just have opinions about what they're doing. Okay. And we're just going to try to have some fun with it.
Carl, are you in control of your relationship?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in control.
Can you explain, first of all, well, beforehand, because some listeners, including myself, though, aren't aware of exactly what it is, their stories. What is it about? What exactly is the situation with you guys?
Well,
can you say that first?
My husband and I are love coaches. I don't know if you guys are picking us up okay, but we are love
we got you.
All right, good. We've been married for 14 years, 15 this summer, and we work with other couples around the world. Our company is Juju Mama. You can check it out, jujumama.com. And we're doing a workshop called Master Monogamy and Move On. So what we've done is we've crafted a way to deal with monogamy that works. Right now, monogamy is not working. Once you have working monogamy, then your options are limitless. That's what we do as a couple. We're love coaches.
So you're monogamous?
No, that's their business. They're love coaches.
Yeah, we've been monogamous for the first part of our marriage, so about 12 years, and now we're in an open marriage.
Right. The point is that we want couples to master monogamy. There's no way to just have an open relationship because you're upset with your spouse or because you just don't want to commit. That's not workable in our arrangement. What we've done is we've crafted a way to deal with monogamy so that couples can master it and then move on, which could take several years. For us, it took 12.
Well, here's another thing that the people don't know that you guys are leaving out. You guys don't fuck other people in front of each other. And I say people who swing, that's different. If you can watch your girl get fucked in front of you, that's a strength that I have to respect. But you guys fuck other people when the other person ain't around, and that's a sign of weakness as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. We're not swingers, Corey. Like, we don't do the swinging thing. You know, from my standpoint, we have relationships with other people. You know, and it's based on connection and other things. It's not based on just having sex. For us, the open marriage is not about sex. It's really more about being able to connect with people, and it really is beyond relationships, to be honest. It's not just about relationships.
Well, take this scenario in mind
I
for a
have
second.
a question.
Go ahead, darling. Go ahead.
How do you decide who you're going to bring into your bed, and do you ever bring them to your home?
Oh, we're about community, my darling. We've surpassed what you look at in society where you see on TV people acting foolish. We're on a higher level of consciousness. We want to in love with people. We're not just trying to bring people to our bed. The people that we may mate with and enjoy, we are in love with them. It's not just let's come over and talk. We don't believe. I don't see the fuck.
So can I just add some clarity to all of this? There are different definitions for, these models, relationship models. So
as with any relationship,
swinging,
really.
Exactly. Swinging, that is sport. That's like sex for sport. There's no real relationship in swinging.
Gee.
It's just, hey, there's some people we want to add somebody, and that's the term for it. That's the definition.
Right.
Of it.
In other words, don't be bringing anybody home and all that.
Yeah, and I think what Carl and Kenya are participating in is an open marriage, but it's something more like polyamory, which is they're trying to develop meaningful relationships with other people. They're trying to actually be in love with people. That's what polyamory means.
They looking for hookups. I'm gonna fuck this nigga who worked for the airline so we can save some ticket money. I mean, okay, I'll get to that. I'm not trying to diss, but I want to ask Carl a question. Carl, you have this thing you got going on. Do you really, because I believe I could change the way y'all go about shit. I would love for you to come.
Why would you want to change him, Corey?
Because he hasn't picked his girl up from my crib. Like, let's just say I did something to her car where he got to come get her. I come out on the porch drinking some Hennessy out of McDonald's cup and some slippers and some Six Flags Great America shorts I won.
Carl cracking up.
And I walk her to the car where he at. Be like, hey, all right, player, y'all be cool. I guarantee you it will change the way he thinks. Because seeing it is something different.
But we don't know. Is that, so you guys don't mind? We don't know enough. I don't know enough.
I'm sure he never thought of it like that.
Carl, you want to answer, Corey?
Yeah, but I missed what he was saying. He's saying that if I was to go pick my wife up from his house, and he came out.
He's saying the vision of his sheer sloth.
Right. This is just hypothetical, of course, but there's a look a man can give another man after he's done with his girl.
True.
You can never recover from that look. It's
I told that ass up look. What?
There you go, my nigga. Do your thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. He obviously has not experienced that because it will change the way he look at things.
Okay, well, here's the question then, Carl and Kenya. The question is, how do you deal with that? Maybe, the person you chose to be your outside relationship is a better lover than your primary partner. How do you guys deal with that? If
it's not even about being a better lover. It could be an awful lover. It's just the way that dude look at you when he through with your wife.
He just tore it up.
I'm just
saying. Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, from my perspective, in terms of the people that me and Kenya choose to be with, I mean, it's not really on that level. I mean, I experienced that type of thing like in high school and college. You know what I'm saying? Like with my ex-girlfriend or somebody's ex-girlfriend, I got with her and I'm looking at the brother in a certain way, like, yeah, I tapped that better than you could ever do. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm giving him a fly look or whatever. That's all high school, college, like, I don't really have security with my own self. Like, you feel me?
No, but
Carl, what happens if she runs into Super Lover? And he really puts the monster down upon it. I mean, how do you...
But I think that's too easy. I think that's too easy. What if you run into the lover that ain't shit, but he still skeeted on her? What do you have to say about that?
I mean, hey, I don't know what to say about that because that's not something I'm really even conscious of. Like, if whatever my wife and somebody else does in the privacy or whatever, like, that's between them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow. That's heavy.
And what if he works for like Mary Kay or Avon and he give you a soap kit as he walks up to the car?
Okay, y'all are just being funny. Listen, I have a quick question, and I understand you guys have 3 children. do you promote this lifestyle to your children, or do you keep it from them? Do they know what mom and dad do because it's not conventional, or how do you go about that?
Yeah, let's talk about this. 82% of African American children live in a single-parent household. Our children live in a household where there are two loving parents who they clearly see love one another in public, who do not argue. I haven't argued with my husband in 3 years. He actually
and we know why.
Loving relationship. The point is that we don't keep secrets from our children. Our children are older and our lifestyle. Polyamory provides commitment. So they have their friends with everybody. It's a love piece. It's not about whatever high school or college stuff you guys are discussing here.
Well, that answer sounds practiced and rehearsed, because there are scenarios that you just not putting together. How about this? I'm not sure, like, if you guys have a daughter, but if you do have a daughter, and on prom night, I'm just saying, like, on prom night, she got 4 dates, and it's for a reason, not just for the picture. She has 4 dates because 4 pussy transactions will take place that night. How could you ever say something like she's doing something wrong?
Well, wait. Here's my question, Corey. Here's my question. This is a major thing that we're going through in this country. Why is it cool for a man to have 5 or 6 partners in one night, but a woman can't?
The double standard, yeah.
Because he is a man, and he can beat the fuck out of people that talk crazy to him. A woman is a damsel in distress whenever something goes wrong. Or that's the card they play.
Corey,
I'm just saying, it's like, go ahead, Carl.
Let me educate you on something, man, because what we fail to understand is what women's power looks like. We know what male power looks like. It's like a physical thing, like I'll beat the hell out of you, X, Y, and Z. But a woman's power is equal to a man's power, but it looks completely different. The fact is, women are out in the streets handling their business on a regular basis and putting men through it. Look at old couples. What do you see? You see a woman who's like walking around doing her thing, and a man that can barely even get around. He's gray, his hair's all falling out, he's stooped over. Why is that? Because he's not acknowledging and recognizing her power as a woman. Like, women are running shit, and like people don't understand and realize that she don't got to go beat nobody up. She'll do something to cause one of her boys to come beat you up, or a complete stranger to just, or have you paying child support. There's some crazy stuff that they do.
Corey doesn't agree with you, Carl. I mean, his face is folded up right now.
My face is the face of none of that has anything to do with what we're talking about right now.
It does.
The power of
a woman's power is the same as a man's. A woman's sexuality can be expressed the same as a man's. What's wrong with women having sex? Well,
I didn't say something was wrong with women having sex. What I said was, if your woman run the street, and you hear about drama that happened, she needs her man or the authorities to help her out, because she cannot help herself out there in the streets as a man can. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'll let Kenny answer, but that's not true. From my standpoint, if my woman's running the streets, like, brothers need to look out.
And that's something that hasn't been established, which is why there is rape and molestation. We are a community. The persons that I work with are my kings. They know my king. They are my kings. They're all in protection and service to me.
They all agree to fuck you without the drama. And that's a beautiful thing that you got that.
The thing is that I don't fuck. Sex is sacred. Anybody who's
now that was the funniest shit you said all night.
That was like oxymoron, sacred. I don't get it.
What's sacred about fucking a stranger?
Wait, hold on. Let her
Okay.
define what that means.
No, you're right.
Because Darlene says she doesn't understand it. Darlene, ask the question.
No, I said it sounded like an oxymoron in a way coming from her.
Yeah,
why does that sound like an oxymoron?
Well, because she said sex is sacred to.
All right, Kenya, explain to Darlene why sex is sacred.
Sex is sacred because it's a
With strangers.
It's with strangers. I don't have sex with strangers.
Well, they're not having sex with strangers. That's not what they said. They said,
so they're having. Because they're all friends. So
they all know each other, right?
Okay.
But she's saying that the physical act of sex is sacred to her. So go ahead, explain that, Kenya.
Yeah, sex is sacred because during sex, there's 2 things that happen. healing and manifestation. The point of sex is healing and manifestation. Penetration is only 10% of what sex is. My husband and I teach Tantra. My husband can bring a woman to full orgasm without touching her. Can you do that, Corey, by the way? The second
Hell no. Hell motherfucking no. And I don't know nobody who could do this shit. So y'all should be rich because he has a superpower.
That's what we do over this way. And the point is this.
No, it don't. What you do is you have, I'm not talking about you, but I'm saying I just put it like this. Somebody in your situation has sex, and if she's able to duck pregnancy, that's a beautiful thing because no matter what, you can only have one baby at a time. And if you conduct yourself the way you conduct yourself, that baby is going to need a shower as soon as it's born. Because there's all kind of shit skeeted on that baby. That's all I'm saying.
I'll finish explaining sacred sex. Penetration is...
I want to give you a chance. It's just we have to take a break. Kenya and Carl, I'm going to give you a chance to explain yourself. This is the Corey Holcomb 5150 show, and we talking about open relationships. Are they the same for men as they are for women? We'll be back in a moment.
We're back. We're back. Corey Holcomb, 5150, Joe Williams.
What it do?
Come on.
All right. Now, we're going to say a lot about this subject tonight.
People are hot in here, man.
I just want to give Kenya and Carl, I don't want them to think I'm not giving them a chance to say what they want to say, but a lot of the stuff they're saying sounds like used car salesman shit. You know what I'm saying? It's pre-thought out bullshit to me.
Well, okay, wait, hold on. A couple of people made a point, and they said, you know, they're swinging, and like we said before, swinging is different than their relationship. You don't agree.
I think swinging is more respectable than, okay, honey, I see you later, and you come back with tainted juice all over you. When you swing, that means y'all are fucking in front of each other, so whatever is happening is being witnessed. There ain't no motherfucking jokes, gimmicks. No, everybody knows what's up. What they're doing, in my opinion,
you think there's some secrecy there?
It's not really what they're doing. This is what he allows to happen to him. This is what he allows to happen to him. He lets his girl run the street and do her thing. And he tries to act like it's a respectable thing.
To them.
But the truth is, there's no way you can get in bed with your woman who just got through running the streets and you know she just got through having sex with somebody else. That's almost borderline homosexual to me.
But women are...
That's borderline homosexual to me.
But women
we got a question. Go ahead, Kenya. I'm sorry.
We'll give you a chance, Kenya. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Answer your question. We got an audience member with a question.
I was just wondering, women are supposed to be able to do that, get into the bed with a man who just had sex with somebody else?
Well, it's different. Just give me 1 second, Kenya. Let me let this lady... Go ahead, Darlene.
No. Oh, we got a question from the audience. I'm sorry. What's your name?
My name is Marnice, and I have a two-part question. We wanted to know, why did you get married? And what happened in your marriage that made you want to have the type of relationship, this type of relationship?
Okay.
That's for Kenya and Carl, right?
We got married because we want to have a family. I wanted to have a wife. She wanted to have a husband. We wanted to have kids. We wanted to create a loving environment for those children and for ourselves. So I don't see what marriage...
But you said for 12 years it was the more conventional, so to say, average marriage, right? You guys weren't doing this type of lifestyle. Now what made it change?
Yeah, what made it change was that the American monogamous relationship is broken. It doesn't make any sense. And that you're going against a lot of things that are natural and a lot of things that are a bit higher consciousness in order to try to maintain that. You see what I'm saying?
Good point. Do you think, Carl, let me just say this real quick because you made this point. I just want to go deeper into it. Are you saying that monogamy is unnatural?
I'm not saying it's unnatural. It's natural maybe for certain people or certain species like geese. I think geese and bats are the only...
Is it natural for human beings to be monogamous?
Monogamous.
But that's the question. Is it natural for human beings to be monogamous?
I think technically it is possible, but it's not the norm.
It's not conditioned behavior.
We learn to be monogamous, quote unquote, and that's why the failure rate's so high, because it goes against everything that we are as a human being. But is it possible for somebody to be monogamous? Sure. It's possible.
It's difficult for people to be monogamous because in this country, discipline and honor is not priority. So a lot of times we're with people A lot of times in this country, we're with people, and if they knew who we really were behind their back, they may not be with us. In our case, I'm just giving my opinion. I think as y'all were together and all these years have passed, you say 12 years, it just came to the point where she was like, I need to be fucking other people, but I want to keep you. And you agreed to it because it's very expensive to get rid of a woman after 12 years of being with her.
Corey, I cried for 2 years straight about this situation. If you read my blog or if you read, you know that. I wrote...
Whoa, if I read. Good stab.
My husband wanted an open relationship. My husband fell in love with somebody else. And he came to me and he was honest. And I didn't know what to do. I cried and cried. I said, no, I can't do it. My husband had to work with me and be patient with me for 2 years straight before we got into an open relationship. He fell in love outside the marriage. But he chose
okay, well, your husband fucked up and he found some pussy that some girl put on him that made him be like, shit, I want this bitch, baby. We can't just dismiss her. I'm sorry for not reading that. But I'm just saying, I don't know how that happened when he has the type of power where if he fucking the other girl, he could just make you come from home, right? Because he ain't got to touch you to make you bust a nut, according to what you said.
We've written 150 articles about how we got into this. You're hosting the show. You haven't read any of those?
No, I did not read your information because it wasn't important to me. What is important to me is that you try to justify coming home with foreign juices on your body. That's what's important to me.
But it's okay, though. See,
it's okay to them. He cheated on her, and I think it's brilliant that y'all found a way to make money off him fucking up.
So let me ask you guys this. Kenya, Carl, this is Zoe. Let me ask you guys this. If I'm to understand this correctly, was the open marriage idea born out of a traumatic situation, a cheating situation? Was that what it was born out of?
No.
She just said it was.
So for 12 years, were you just like really, were you just dealing with this one woman? I don't get it. For 12 years, for 12 years, or did she not know?
We were dealing with one another. At the end of that time, my husband told me that he fell in love with somebody at his job. He did not cheat. He came to tell me the truth, that he was in love. That's how.
Wait, he fell in love with somebody he hadn't fucked yet?
Yes.
Yeah,
how the fuck does that happen? How the fuck do you fall in love with somebody that you have not pounded as a man? That's all I want to know. Has anybody... Oh, my God. This is...
Corey, check it out, man. Corey, check it out.
Go ahead, Carl. I'm sorry.
There's sex, and there's, like, love and compassion and feelings for people. Those are two different things, Holmes. You feel me? Like, sex is like what you do just because you're trying to get yourself off or whatever. You don't really care necessarily about the person necessarily. Like, unless you're doing it for the healing and manifestation that Kenya talked about. Or there's just the fact that you have a real connection with somebody. That you have a real feeling of love for somebody. That's different.
I got to tell you, Carl and Kenya,
hey, if it works for y'all.
It's so interesting to hear them justify what they do because they got their script together. I'll give them that. But it just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not just saying that like in ignorance. I'm saying the answers you have, they just aren't clicking.
So the 60% divorce rate, 82% of African American children in a single family home, that makes more sense. 78% of American women do not have orgasms with men in the bed. That makes better sense. 95% of African American men have never had a full body orgasm. That makes sense to you? What makes sense?
Let me tell you something. If you can't have an orgasm, they have stores that will help assist you and your man, and you going to sleep after sex also. That's what I'm trying to say. So all the women out there who don't have orgasms with their man, I'm sorry your pussy is so difficult.
No.
But it does not justify marriage, open relationships, because in my opinion, if you are married to a man, as you step out on him, you make him look weak.
Well, here's the thing. Statistics say that these types of relationships really don't last. So
really?
What statistics are we talking about?
Well, we can look up a few right now. You can go look it up right now, guy. I just looked at it earlier.
We do research on this.
Because women just don't tick like that. So I don't know how long this is going to last. You already said you cried for 2 years.
Well, they capitalize off it, so I think that can help them.
That can help. That can help.
They make money off him fucking up and falling in love with some pussy he never had.
What?
He fell in love with some pussy he never had.
So you're dismissing
That would crush me.
Bill Clinton. You're dismissing Steve McNair. You're dismissing everybody this year, the Hollywood actors, everybody who's done this, and they've gotten a divorce. You're saying that the fact that we did it and didn't get a divorce and dealt with it in an adult way, you're saying that we fucked up.
So can we see the way?
Ain't nobody saying that. I'm saying, hey, knock yourself out.
I'm saying you fucked up. I'm saying after 12 years, you wasn't bad enough to go out there and start over and get somebody that you felt like was hellified. So you stayed with the dude you got a family with, and that makes sense. And y'all are capitalizing off the misery y'all had, and that's a beautiful thing.
But Corey, I have a question for you, Corey. This is Zoe. So the point that she made, the point that Kenya made, you look at Sandra Bullock and Jesse James, right, Tiger Woods and Elin and all of these people. I mean, even Bill Cosby cheated on Camille. What she's saying is something is wrong with monogamy, and what they were able to do was overcome the infidelity that happened in their relationship and evolve into a new style. My question to you...
There's no infidelity.
There was no infidelity.
Well, that's true. There was no infidelity, but what she's saying is their relationship has evolved out of the normal, typical thing that may cause people like Jesse James and these other people to cheat. Let me buy into a monogamous template that I don't really believe in. I'm going to keep, dating other women and keep doing whatever, but I'm going to act like this.
This is my opinion on what you're saying. It's just like when two men are having sex. Now, this is what you guys do.
I know.
Listen, I'm gonna go there. It's what you guys do, and you know what I'm saying? I can't make you like women as a man. If you prefer a man, that's on you. But don't try to make it right. They trying to justify the bullshit they came up with. When two dudes lay in the bed and the white sheets look like chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, there's nothing godly or righteous about that, okay? So all I'm saying is, what y'all do, that's y'all thing, but don't try to make it into something that's right. It's not right.
But they didn't create open relationships.
Yeah,
they didn't create that.
They sure didn't.
Check it, Corey, check it out. The only thing that we're saying is right. The only thing we're saying is right is it's okay to be open and honest with your mate. What you said in the last show was the way to do it was to go behind my wife's back. And that's like more of a man thing some kind of way than just being open, honest, and telling her the truth about how I feel about somebody else.
Okay, I feel you on that. And I would justify that, Carl, but Carl and Kenya, we could go with this all day. We're gonna talk about other things.
Yeah, thank you.
I want y'all to promote y'all book, though. What was the name of your book and everything?
My husband's book is called Tame Your Woman. My book is called Change Your Man. You can find them both at Juju Mama Blog, JujuMamAblog.com. And we'd love to have you actually read our story.
Wait, Kenya, one more time. Could you say the name of your husband's book and the name of your book one more time, but a little slower?
Since you speak for him?
Yes, my husband's book is called Tame Your Woman.
Tame Your Woman.
Tame her. My book is called Change Your Man.
Change Your Man.
Yes.
If your man changes into what you mold him into, he will become like you. Do you realize that?
No, we're talking about changing.
I mean, a lot of people in here, you can look at their faces. They're in disbelief.
Of what?
Of the whole conversation. They're looking like, wow.
Hey, this is some deep shit. That's why I wanted to talk to Carl and Kenya, because they stand on their shit, and that's what I can appreciate.
Exactly. And good luck, too.
Does that make it right? The fuck out of here. But anyway, I hope they don't take it personal. I got love for Carl and Kenya. Maybe I can come through one day and watch how they get down. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's a unique story. Carl and Kenya, much respect, though. I got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about other famous couples who get down like this. Corey Holcomb, 5150 Show, y'all. Corey Holcomb, 5150 Show in the house. Open relationships, are they the same for men as they are for women? please give us a call, 877-2106-106, so we can kick it about this topic. What do y'all think so far?
Man, it's deep. It's deep. But you know what? Hey, if it's working for them, but like that's my thing. Just don't try to change me on what I think or what I want. That's all. But if it's working for them,
I don't know if they came to change.
They came to justify it.
there you go.
I don't think.
Testing. What's going on?
Look, we got a question from the audience. Can we take the question? All right, we got Paula from the audience. What's your question, Paula?
Paula.
Hi, my question is, are you willing to end having a sexual relationship with him or her?
Am I willing to end it?
To end it?
If you have an open marriage.
I don't understand the question.
Right. Are you willing to end?
Are you willing to end like if you get caught?
Well, it's open, so ain't no caught in
Everybody,
open.
they both parties
no
have to be aware of it.
In
right?
open, because that's how it goes. I mean, I tell you, I introduce you to the potential piece that I want to get down with, and we sit down and negotiate and in court, or I guess, and then it's on and cracking.
I think if you got an open relationship where both of y'all agree to that, I'm going to stand on this. What men do behind a woman's back is different than what women do behind a man's back.
But what Carl was saying was he told the truth. He said most men are cheaters and are liars and are not telling the truth.
Carl,
which would you rather have? Somebody tell you the truth and say, look, I fell in love with an old girl that I work with and I ain't had sex with her yet.
He ran a power play on his wife.
I was just going to say, that's. And
she went for it. She was, hey, I love this.
You got a call.
Maybe old girl was a supervisor at the job and threatened she was going to help promote him or something.
Shut up. Look, we got a caller. We got Extreme from California.
Extreme, what it do?
You there, Extreme?
Extreme. Hey, what up? It's a girl, too. Yeah,
there
what's
you go.
up? Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
There you go.
Extreme, what, motherfucker?
Hey, okay, listen, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. They need to go to some damn ashram or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Why not go somewhere where the shit is legal? Now, I'm not hating on what they do, but I agree with Corey. But I normally don't agree with his crazy ass. Marriage is sacred. And making out and having sex and just fucking on any nigga every single given night, that's nasty. That's just the bottom line. And you're right. Anything that a woman takes inside of her goes into her womb and is there to stay. A man can stick and go. A woman has
this
that
sounds like a witch
doctor.
Hey, y'all get mad at this young lady, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who agree with what she's saying.
Okay, so let me...
And she thought I was right.
And you know what, though?
I had her on the back.
I'm not no witch doctor. I agree with you as well. It's monogamy. And if they want to live a polygamous lifestyle, that's their business. But at the same time, you're right. You can't stuff it down people's throats. They obviously haven't been in serious conversations like this because they didn't know how to handle themselves. The bottom line is she cried for 2 years. You want me to get it in 5 minutes? And you cried for 2 years and you want me to understand this shit in 5 minutes? You got me messed up.
That's my thing. You cried for 2 years and he didn't even have sex with one. What happened when he decided to have sex with some people? I'm like, damn.
They had a party.
What kind of...
And the only thing the husband said was, oh, well, it's a double standard. That's his punk-ass excuse is that why can't women sleep around with men the same way that men can? Because it's not natural. The man is supposed to be the head of the household. That's the way that a man was designed. You're right, Corey. She ain't at the head of her household. Because, look, I hate grocery shopping. I'm at the goddamn store right now. Why? Because my man needs something to eat. That's the bottom line.
And you know what? You're a real woman, and it's just... You're a real woman for being able to speak up like that. And on top of that, what nobody else is saying about this situation is what kind of shit does she got going on with her where her man will fall in love with somebody he ain't fucked yet?
And stuck around for 2 years while he convinced her that was the way of living. You're right.
How weak must she be as a woman for him to bring that shit to her?
Well, they believe...
No, go ahead, baby. I'm listening to you. I need your self-esteem right now. Go ahead.
He made it okay for him to cheat. It took her 2 years to buy into it, and she bought into it. So I'm not mad at them. Get your money. This is America. It's a capitalist society. Do what you do. You feel me?
Well, I'm not buying their books.
But cheating is when you do it behind their back. He said, and they agreed, It didn't happen behind their back. He brought it to her. I think we're making them cheaters when they didn't actually cheat.
Hey, Extreme, look, wherever you are, I want you to know that you are a powerful woman, okay? We got to take another call. We got Jamila from California.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Corey. Hey, Zoe. Hey, Darlene. I love y'all.
Hey.
And I was just
What it do?
She took the words right out of my mouth. Homegirl is lying, and she not rolling. She just had to go roll with the punches. That's what should have been the name of her book, Rolling with the Punches.
Rolling with the punches.
Him. She's just rolling with the punches and going with the flow. That should be the name of her book. I'm gonna rename her book and rename all her blogs because she with that bullshit. And in my let me walk in the house eating, dripping any kind of juice up out of me. I don't want him. And Corey, he a sucker because you was all on that bitch head. And if he was a real man, I don't care. I know you guys are having an intellectual conversation, cool, but he should have got at your ass because my husband wouldn't have been sitting there. You called me basically a hoe. You know what I'm saying? And you was exactly right because basically she's glorifying. She's glorifying and trying to pacify the fact that she allowed her man to step out on her, and she accepted that.
It's
you know.
And can I say this? Can I say this?
Hey, that's what you choose to do, but don't try to make it a lifestyle that everybody should be and throwing statistics about marriage because marriage isn't for everybody. I'm married. I found my soulmate, but like I said, it's
marriage isn't even for the
everybody.
people that are married.
Hey,
it's a
job. It's a job. Every day it's a job. You know what I'm saying?
If that's what you want, right? Yeah.
I mean, if you
want. But Corey,
and another thing about you speaking about me saying what I said about her in front of him, I wasn't trying to make them look bad, but they make themselves look bad because anybody who recognized game know that that's some bullshit that they standing on.
Yeah, she messed me up when she said that it took me 2 years. I cried for 2 years. What the hell?
Okay, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, of course you can.
I've got a glossary of terms for people who are in a polyamorous relationship.
You have to say what polyamorous means because most people
Poly is many, amorous is love. Many loves. Right? That's what kind of open relationship, many loves. It's not like swinging. Swinging is considered sport, sex.
No love involved.
Right, no love, just we having sex. But the point that I wanted to bring up was what you talked about, the girl coming home leaking and, the man out with. People who are in a polyamorous relationship have a thing called a condom compact, right? Where they come together, it's a group of people who agree to have sex with each other and they establish safe sex rules, and anybody within that little compact, in other words, they make this agreement to practice safe sex. You are responsible for condoms, I'm responsible for birth control, I'm responsible for dental dams, whatever. It's called a condom compact, and that's what some of these people do. So we can't just assume that it's just
I don't give
sex.
a fuck if they got a condom compact. You can't be my woman with some dude's balls smacking your pussy.
You know that
balls
she's walking
smacking
back
the pussy
from that.
is nasty too.
It's a done
We got
deal.
a question in the audience.
Balls
Anush.
stank like a motherfucker.
Anush has a question. What's your question?
I'd like to know, what if you find someone more interesting than your partner?
It can happen.
Yeah,
It can happen. It definitely can happen.
It can happen.
There's a lot of research out there. There's a particular term that people in polyamorous relationships use. Is called compersion. And compersion is supposed to be the opposite of jealousy. In other words, instead of being jealous that their partner is with somebody, they're actually happy for their partner. Now, some lady from San Francisco many years ago created this, and this is part of their belief system.
That's just like when people come up to me and they call me homophobic. That's a bullshit word that was thought up to justify bullshit. Okay? Ain't no fucking sense. Look, if you out there fucking around with people besides your wife, besides your husband.
But can we call it fucking around, Corey? Are they fucking around if they agree to it?
No. I'm just saying, if they agree to it or not, you fucking around. Okay?
But they don't believe that.
Yeah, they don't.
And what they believe is crazy because people are calling in. I know everybody will try to make it seem like I'm the one who's the weirdo and saying all this shit. People are calling in and saying that bitch got her back broke mentally. And she is going with the punches, like old girl
Roll
said,
with the punches is her new book.
Trying to justify staying with dude who was so weak to fall in love with somebody he never
But how
fucked.
can we call the dude weak if he
This
brought it to
motherfucker
his
can
wife?
fall in love with Woody Woodpecker, for Christ's sake.
And for all we know, that didn't even happen. For all we know, he had crazy sex with
He
that
could
girl.
fall in love
He
with
ain't
a
gonna tell us.
transformer.
Look, we got a call. We got Will from North Carolina.
I gotta play
Go
devil's
on, Carl.
Go on, Will.
How y'all doing today?
What it
All right.
do, man?
My point is, any man that can stand his wife getting beat by another man now is a punk, a bitch to me. I listened to this couple on another show. I think on your show, though. I forgot the name, but anyway.
Yeah.
I heard this couple.
Don't forget my name, man. Zo.
Yeah, I'm a bad. That was a good show, but I listened to this couple on this other show, and he likes being an alpha dog. Now I don't understand how you can allow. All right, you cheated on your wife. She was crying because you cheated, or okay, my bad. He didn't cheat it. You wanted to fuck somebody else. Now you convinced your wife, what? Because you fucked up. You like out. He doesn't sound like an alpha dog. He doesn't sound like a go-getter. He sounds like a bitch if he allows somebody to fuck his wife. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, what your wife do behind your back, that's different. But what she does in your face mean every fucking thing.
You mean and with your approval?
Well, I'm saying his approval came because of what he came with. If you ask me, he orchestrated all of this shit. Talk about he fell in love with imaginary.
So if he orchestrated it, is he not in control and thus an alpha?
Hey, how is he in control if, goddammit, when he leave out the house, or his woman leave out the house, how about that? And she comes back, she's tainted. You're not in control. And she's tainted and you know it.
Well, what's the difference between what he does and what pimps do? Pimp and Ken says cop and blow. They come and go. Maybe he's just happy that,
Yeah, he's making money as well.
I'm doing my thing. We turned it into a business, and
are-
now my woman is doing it, and it's all good. I get to do what I've always wanted to do. Right. What if he's a mastermind and not a softie?
Well, let's give him a mastermind credit then. If he can tell his woman that I fell in love with this girl I never got
And
with.
she stayed around for 2 years
and
crying.
then he got her campaigning this shit now. Maybe Carl is a mastermind.
Maybe he's a pimp.
Let's give Carl his credit.
Come on.
But here's what's disgusting about it. The woman who had his kids, he ran this shit on. That's what's disgusting.
And they
about
don't
it to
mind
me.
explaining this
But it
stuff
ain't
to their kids.
disgusting
I
to
don't
them.
think that they keep that.
It
They
is
said-
disgusting
they
to
said
her. She's rolling with the
Yeah.
punches, as the other intelligent young lady called in and
So
said.
you think
I
she's
love it.
just accepted the lie and said, "Let me just get out with
What
it"?
else
not?
is she
Why
gonna
not?
do? Because at her age, anybody who is coming at her for real is trying to skeet and skedaddle. All right,
That's the end of it.
that's real talk. At her age, anybody trying to keep her is at the end of the road. As far as I go with choices, we got to get ready to take a break. I'm sorry, Corey. Over 5150 show. This is what it do. Goddamn, we'll see y'all in a minute. Corey, Holcomb 5150 show, man. It's cracking in here. Out in the audience, I see a lot of people. They got a lot to say. It's a whole lot of different opinions in here. And we want to give people a chance to speak their mind, who wants to speak their mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we have a call right now, though, from Ephesi. Ephesi, please speak your mind.
What it do?
What it do, man?
Shit, I fucks with you, Corey Holcomb. You dig what I'm saying, my nigga?
There it is.
Hey, man, check
Where you from, the Bay?
Man. Hey, man, nah, man, shit, I'm from Texas, my nigga. You feel me?
There it is. Go ahead.
Hey, but I'm gonna speak on that little situation y'all had with them old fake ass motherfuckers that y'all had on the phone though. But I chimed in late to the motherfucker, like you say, real recognize real, and I'm like, these motherfuckers rehearsed and all that shit. What you said was, you spoke some real shit, my nigga. You say the bitch is running, and what really happened is that bitch got her motherfucking green light to tell this weak ass punk pussy ass nigga that she's fucking now and want to do that shit. You feel me?
That's real
And he ran with that bullshit, telling her that he wanted to fuck with something else. That was her out route. You know what I'm talking about? That was her out route.
Yeah.
That's all that was. So now he looking like a pussy. So she out fucking what she wants to and let him think that he running the shit when she really running that shit. That's real spit right there.
The old bait and switch.
That's church right there.
Mm-hmm.
Ephesi, that's real talk. We got to take this other call, though. That's church, though, what he said. Tyrone. What's up, Tyrone?
Now she's the mastermind.
This is Tyrone from New York. I'm on my way down to Virginia. I listen to your show all the time. Tonight, this chick is talking some real bullshit. I've been married almost 20 years. They want to bring kids into the picture. And that's why our kids grow up so fucked up as it is. Well, how does she explain when she got the stain on her dress and ain't from the father? I mean, it's just total bullshit. For a woman to open up her legs for another man, it's supposed to take some serious thought and effort. And our sisters are supposed to be the fruit of the earth. So where does she get off with this weak motherfucker? I talk about she cried for 2 years. That's some bullshit. Like you said, game recognizes game.
Yeah, it is. That's real talk, man. You know, it's like
the next caller.
You talk about an understanding. There's never an understanding in relationships like that. Or swingers and all that other shit. Everybody want to be number one. So if one girl calls it, why get fucking married? Stay the fuck single then.
Right.
Okay.
I tell you like this.
Great advice.
I'm not coaching these people to say what they're saying. This is what most people are thinking. And I'm just saying what Carl and Kenya are trying to pull off. It's not respectable it's not respectable in no way. In my opinion, they're followers trying to lead. That's my opinion of who they are. They motherfucking, it's like the motherfuckers, like you said, who go to jail and all of a sudden they become reverends.
Religious.
They start preaching about shit that we've been standing on since we were kids.
Right.
But at the end of the day, Corey, to me, my whole thing about
I don't know if we can judge him the way Corey just laid it out.
I just call this when you run into things that you're like that's not me, I'm not with that. That's their get down.
That's how they get down.
Their
Thank
get
you,
down.
darling.
Triple D from Illinois, talk to us about what's going on.
Okay, I'm originally from California. How you doing there, Corey, Zoe, and Darlene?
What's happening, Mike?
Hey, I thought I was in an open relationship, but shit. I don't know where the hell they coming. They need to go see Dr. Phil. But at the same time...
Oh, so they blew your mind, huh?
Well, I'm a truck driver. I've been doing this. All the most fake truck drivers you got to call in there, call themselves truck drivers. They ain't number steering wheel holders. I got 2.5 million miles. Now, I've been married 25 years. It sounds like they need to meet my ex-wife, because that's what she was doing while I was on the road.
So you had
she was cheating then.
So you thought you had an open relationship from you, and then so wait, your wife did it without you even knowing? That's not an open relationship. Who had the open?
No. I thought I was in an open relationship right now. I've been divorced about 2 years now, but I thought I was in an open relationship out on the road. I mean, you meet a lady and I'm on the road. I can't be there with her all the time, so I tell her, well, you do your thing and I do my thing. As long, that's why they call me Triple D, Dick, Dab, Double. I don't give a fuck who I trouble. You know, so at the same time, you going to do your damn thing, I do my damn thing. But what these people talking about, that's the same shit Jim Jones put down. If people follow them, they're going to be in the same coat. They're going to be drinking that Kool-Aid.
Oh, so now he's talking about polygamy. Now, polygamy is different than polyandry. Polygamy is usually cultural and religious. Cultural and religious, that's like a Hebrew or a Hindu or a Muslim. I mean,
that
they
have many
believe,
wives, right.
or a Mormon. They believe that one man, multiple wives, which is the opposite of polyandry, which is one woman, many husbands.
Well, one man, multiple wives work better, in my opinion, than one man with one woman and the woman is fucking everybody. Because that brings chaos to the world. Because she carries the baby. That's all I'm saying. Carl, I bet if he got his kids DNA tested, he would find out that he is spending money in a weird way.
A couple other kids. But look, we didn't really hit on the famous couples that supposedly are in open marriage relationships.
Who is that? Monique?
No, actually even deeper than that. And they wrote a book about it, and they were married for 56 years. Was Ruby D and Ozzie Davis.
Really? There was an open marriage?
Yeah, they wrote a book about it.
That's the old dude who shot Gator.
Wait, they wrote a book about it, but towards the end of their marriage, they changed their thoughts about it. So
they got older, and didn't nobody want to keep fucking them, so they was like, we might as well just
we got.
How about that?
That's probably what happened, but anyway.
And Monique, another thing, I want to say this about Monique. Monique has just sign a deal with AEG to do this big tour, and she's an Oscar winner. If you are Monique's man, you cannot stop her from doing what the fuck she want to do. Cause
hairy legs and all.
She bringing home the bacon.
Right.
God damn it. You got to sacrifice sometime. Now, I'm not saying it's right, but I'll be like, well, go fuck who you gonna fuck, bitch, but I want this Bentley. I'm just saying. Man, they only give us an hour. So we got to get ready to wrap the show.
Man, we need another hour.
Hey, Zoe, you already know it's been a pleasure with you coming with your big vocabulary on the show.
On, man. It's all
School us.
Darlene, we do this every week. Corey Holcomb, 5150 Show. Make sure you tune in next week and check us out. Peace out.
Yeah.